Hi guys, welcome to Souls Know Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the channel, whether you are returning or if you're new here. It means the world. So we're jumping in with a random reading for the collective. These are timeless readings, guys, so whenever you're tuning in, I'm hoping that the reading within is going to resonate with you, but bear in mind that it may not resonate at all. So use your discernment to work out if this reading is for you. We've got abundance. I love this. Right. Any more messages to go along with abundance? It says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And I love this red colour that it's backed on. Ooh. Then we've got change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Bottom of the deck, we have gratitude. I'm so glad to have a different energy. I'm like, we've had two really quite heavy readings out of this deck. So I'm really happy to see that the energy shifted. I feel as though abundance is wanting to come in. You may be in this energy of gratitude. It says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. An attitude of gratitude, being grateful for the things that are working out in your life, the things that you do have, the relationships that you do have, the friendships that you have, the money that you have, whatever. But being gratitude, being grateful for the things that you currently have is one guaranteed way to bring in more abundance into your life. If you're always moaning and complaining or focused on lack or what you don't have, you're going to manifest more of that. So I think everybody should, but you do what you want. But I was going to say what's really helpful is for you to write a gratitude list, even if it's like 3 bullet points. Look at that. 3 bullet points of things that, you know, throughout your day that you've been grateful for. I generally write mine at the end of the day when, you know, Safi's in bed, I've got some time to myself. And I will write down 3 things that I'm grateful for that I've experienced in that day. And that to me, it keeps me humble, it makes me appreciative, it helps me to reflect over my day. And instead of picking out the things that didn't go right or the things I don't have, it keeps me very focused on, you know, how abundant our life, my life is. And I don't have everything I want, far from it, far from it. But abundance is a feeling rather than it just being about stuff. And then we have sacrifice. That's the Hanged Man. We've got, what's that? Movement, choices and decisions. I think that's the 2 of Pentacles. I don't know. I'll jump into it in a minute. And then we've got 12 with the sacrifice, which is the Hanged Man. Any more messages for the collective? Disruption. Is that the Tower? Yeah, and you know what? Change originally came out in the reversed position. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That's too many. That's too many. Yeah, I just want one more. Right, show me movement, choices, decisions, sacrifice, and disruption. That one. Right, okay. They're spinning all over the joint. And then we've got the solar plexus chakra at the bottom of the deck. Right, okay, let's move these around. We've got 3 major arcana cards. The Lovers, the Tower, the Hanged Man, and then this, let me see. I'll be able to tell you exactly what it is if I just have a look at another red one. Material and spiritual prosperity. It's the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, I thought it was. 2 of Pentacles. So this change originally came out in the reversed position, but I spun it into the upright. So for some of you, this is going to be in the reversed, where you may be you may want abundance, whether that's financial, love related, however that's showing up for you. But abundance to me is just a surplus, having more than enough, more than what you physically need. Some of you may be fearful of change or fearful of growth, fearful of stepping outside of your comfort zone. And if you are scared of the unknown or scared of change, then the affirmation here is, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Everything has to change. Change is the only guarantee, let's say, that we have in life. Nothing stays the same. As much as, we would like things to stay the same, it's not conducive for our growth. It's not conducive for our evolution, for things to remain as they've always been. So with this solar plexus chakra at the bottom of the deck, solar plexus chakra is linked to the colour orange, no, the colour yellow. I'm staring right at it. The colour yellow. It speaks about our mental activity, our beliefs and our values. So I definitely think there's something here about looking at what your values are in terms of abundance, in terms of change. What do you believe about those two things? What experiences did you see growing up surrounding change? Was it, presented to you as a positive thing, a thing to be feared, a negative thing, a neutral thing, whatever? But I feel as though you may be looking at, or it's important for you at this time to really look at what your beliefs surrounding abundance, finance, money, health, wealth, love, all of those things. I feel as though it's good for you to take some time to check, what you think and feel about those, what you believe about those things. Because there may be a sticking point for some of you moving towards your path of abundance if you're afraid of change. And I say that to say, because we've got the Two of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Tower, and then the Lover's card at the bottom. So Two of Pentacles, as you know, it's about like juggling, keeping, two things in the air. Whether that's two jobs, two people, two mindsets, but I feel as though there's a juggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So some of you may be needing some level of abundance. And what I spoke about the gratitude list may be really helpful for those of you that are in that energy. But we've got this change of perspective that's required. And I feel as though the change of perspective, like I've just said, is in relation to what you think and feel and believe about abundance, but also change. It may be that you're in a position right now where your life isn't moving forward in the way that you want it to because it's asking you to take a time out. Because you going full steam ahead, in the direction that you're going in with the belief system that you hold isn't going to get you where it is that you want to be. So I feel as though the universe is asking you to take some sort of a time out, some sort of a step back, make a sacrifice in the here and now, for the betterment of your future. And when I say the betterment of your future is that if you have, an elevated perspective, or you're seeing yourself, you're seeing wealth, you're seeing abundance, you're seeing change differently, then that's going to allow you to move into an energy where attracting abundance is easier for you, or making changes in your life is easier for you because you're not so resistant to it. And we've got the Tower, which is the next card out. So I feel as though if you don't willingly make some sort of change to your belief system, or willingly make some sort of change that's in alignment with your confidence or your personal power, I feel as though the universe is going to make that change for you anyway. Because the Tower, as it's called here, it's called disruption in this deck. But the Tower speaks about upheaval. It speaks of karmic change. And because this came out in the reversed, I feel as though some of you may not be making those conscious changes in your 3D reality. Whether that's because you may have a fear of change or a fear of the unknown, lack the confidence to make a change. But I feel as though if that is the case, the universe is coming in to shake things up and to change things in your world through some sort of, whether you want to call it a divine intervention, or just some sort of external circumstance that's going to occur. Like I said, it could be that you are put in the Hanged Man position by the universe where you're unable to do the things that you were doing before. So you've got the time that's required for you to change your perspective. But the Tower only comes down when we consciously ignore the fact that we're required to make some sort of change. The universe will let us get away with it for so long, but then it will turn around and be like, right, okay, you've had ample time, you've had ample opportunity for you to make this change and you haven't done it. So now we're going to enforce this change because the change needs to happen. And then it's out of your control. You don't know how that change is going to, shake up your world because you've left it to the universe to do. So I would always say, if you can make the change or find the strength to make the change, it's in your best interest to make it, rather than wait for the universe to come and start leveling shit in your world. Anyway, we then get into the Lovers, so the third major arcana on the table. And to me, this change, this abundance may have something to do with a relationship, what you're wanting to move towards, but are stuck or not allowing the changes to happen. Could have something to do with love, could have something to do with a commitment. The Lovers card speaks also about having, a choice or a decision to make. So I feel as though you can either consciously, like I say, make a change, or the universe is going to come in and make some sort of karmic change, but it's still going to leave you in a position where you've got a choice or a decision to make. And I feel as though the choice or decision that is required from you has got something to do with ending something, closing something out, wrapping up an old cycle. Because look at this, I've just spotted it. We've got a 2 and a 12, so the difference there is 10. 10s in numerology speak about completions, ending of cycle, allowing things to transform. We can reduce the 10 down from that to the 1, which is the new beginning. And look at this, we've got 16 and 6. What's the difference? A 10. So I feel as though these changes are happening so that you can make new choices, new decisions that are in alignment with a new beginning, a new opportunity. I just think the universe wants you to change the way that you're doing something. Right, okay. There we go. Here's the Death card I was waiting for. Exactly, like I just said, ending something. The universe is asking you to wrap something up, to end a cycle, to change, or allow some sort of profound change to happen in your life. Any more messages? Any more messages, please, in relation to this reading for the collective? Let's see what we've got. Son of Swords, that's the Page of Swords. What's that? The 9 of Cups and the Father of Cups. Yeah, exactly that. Whatever this change is that you're required to make, like I say, you can make it willingly, or you can sit on the fence, choose not to be a willing participant, and the change is going to happen anyway. We've got so many nods to that in this reading. But then we've got the Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. So this change may create, whether it's arguments or crossed words, the need to have some sort of conversation with somebody, speak to somebody about the choices that you're making, the changes that you want to make, what you're letting go of here. But the Knight of Swords is very fast-paced energy, which speaks about change, fast, rapid action that brings about some sort of change. It can be a challenging energy, but it speaks about a radical change. And then we've got the 9 of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment. So I feel as though when you make a conscious change, or the universe comes in and shakes up your world, the choice or decision that you're making is to move towards your wish fulfillment. And your wish fulfillment may have something to do with love. We've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups feels very deeply. It's a very emotional card, a very sentimental card, but also somebody that is responsible for their feelings, or taking responsibility for what it is that they desire and allowing themselves to move towards it. So I just feel as though the change is putting you in alignment with your wish fulfillment, which is why we can't fear change. If you're not getting what you want where you're stood, something has to change. And whatever is changing is leading you towards a deeper emotional connection, your wish fulfillment, but it's going to require you to have to leave something behind, to change something, to walk away from something. And then we've got Justice as the energy at the bottom of the deck. We had Justice in yesterday's reading, I think. But again, I'm just getting clarity from that, a harmonizing, a balancing of your energy. There is some sort of karmic cycle that's ending, that's putting you in position for you to start a brand new karmic cycle. Justice in this deck is an 8, and 8 speak about taking action. after a period of evaluation. I feel as though you've done the evaluation. You've done the evaluation. It's just the action, the change, the rebirth, the regeneration, and the courage to make this change that's required from you now. And then the Ten of Pentacles is under that. So there could have been some sort of injustice in relation to family or ancestral karma, ancestral curses that you're clearing out here, or that have been tied to. And you're now moving towards your wish fulfillment as you close this out. Right, let's grab one of these. Okay, I'm going to stop wrapping this up. I'm going to use a Wisdom of the Oracle. But I feel as though, yeah, you're closing out one karmic cycle to move toward your wish fulfillment and start a new karmic cycle. And karmic cycles aren't always negative. They're not always negative. You know, karma is just a consequence of what we put out into the universe. If we put out bullshit and find ourselves in a bullshit situation, that's karma. But if we're putting out good energy, then the next cycle that we get into is going to have more of that good energy, which is where this gratitude comes in. Oh, yeah, just as I say it, we've got breathe and we've got round and round. So yeah, some of you could be going round and round on a karmic cycle. And I feel that this is where the sacrifice, the hanged man, the time out, the needing to take a step back and breathe, get your bearings, connect with your higher self. It's a time for you to gain some sort of perspective shift or enlightenment, accepting that you're in, a period of transition where things are changing. It's an acceptance of that. And if you don't want to accept that, then like I say, we all have free will. So we can choose to go round the same karmic cycle that we've been round already. But then if we choose that path, then just note, be aware that the universe may come in and make changes to that karmic path without your consent, so to speak, if it wants you on a different path. Then we've got fork in the road. So that's what I mean. After this shift and change, I feel as though a decision from the Lover's card is going to be required from you to take an alternative path. We've got two of these arrows that are pointing to the past. We've got one that's pointing to the future, one that's pointing a different direction. So you get to choose. You get to make the choice. You get to make the decision about what direction your life is taking you in. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Hope you managed to get something from this reading. Have a fab day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.